Hi guys, I'm finally home after a month and a half of traveling non-stop. It's really nice to be home and I don't have any travel plans for a few weeks, hopefully a few months, we'll see. I just got through Fashion Month and we successfully went through another season. It's a lot of work, guys, and I know you guys hear me saying this, but it truly is a lot of work. Wait, how much does that weigh?
I can do like 3 biceps.
Get your workout in right now at the Balmain showroom.
Thanks to Mama. Hold on, other arm.
I come out of these things just defeated and just burnt out at the end, but in the best way possible. Not burnt out as in like I'm depressed and I don't want to do it anymore, but burnt out as in I need to check out for a day or two and then get like re-energized and go back in. But that's just part of the game, that's part of fashion. I just kind of wanted to share with you guys kind of tips and things that I've learned along the way and pretty much things that I've applied throughout my entire career to get to where I'm at today. I guess I'm gonna label this video how to make it in fashion. Don't get me wrong, if you're not in fashion, I think these are things that are valuable to any workplace. And for me, the very first thing is relationships. When I first went to Fashion Week, I got invited to 0 fashion shows. Actually, I got invited to 1, but it was because I snuck in. I invited myself to the first fashion show. But the very first time I went to Paris for Fashion Week, I didn't get invited to any shows, but I somehow met these 2 lovely ladies. Their names are Natalie and Caitlin, and they are currently, till this day, 2 of my very closest friends in the fashion business. Natalie happened to be the PR girl at Elle, and Caitlin was and is the PR manager for Valentino. And we just really hit it off. Like, we instantly, I think, connected. We're all moms.
Working husbands,
Complaining husbands.
Work is the easy part.
Work is
the easiest part.
So we just connected on a whole different level and we kept in touch. No, they didn't invite me to their show that season, but they invited me to the show the next season. The point being is not to use your relationship just to get into something, but to really value them. People have to genuinely like you before they work with you. You have to value them as much as they value you, and you can't be superficial about it. You have to really just be interested and love being around people. When I first started, I obviously didn't have a team to come with me, so I did everything on my own. I did the photos, I did the videos, I edited them after the show. But it was great that I got the hands-on experience, because now that I have a team, I'm able to kind of tell them and share my vision and know exactly what is doable and what is not. You know, it's all about efficiency. Why do you prefer paper over phone? Or do you prefer
easier.
paper?
I prefer paper. I prefer to be old school.
It's all about banging out that content. This one time I went, I think it was the Isabel Marant show. I walked into the Isabel Marant show, and when I walked back into the car, he was done with the video. You know, Fashion Week can be, to be honest, a little oversaturated and redundant, especially with what we do with the content side. There's a lot of amazing content creators now doing fashion video content, but back then, it wasn't even that long ago, maybe about 2.5 years ago, I can say I was probably one of the first few ones to do video Instagram content. That was when brands started noticing me and started inviting me to their show. And that was kind of my secret and my formula to getting into fashion shows, and still till this day, that is what I love to do. There are so many little things that are important that people will remember you for, especially in the fashion business and especially with what we do in a fast-moving society that runs on social media that's all about the next thing. So if you just like take a moment and slow down and just remember to thank people, write them thank you cards, send them flowers if they helped you out.
We like to return pieces better than when we receive them. Just making sure that everything's put together, that we clip the shoes the way they should be. And I like to pack everything separately. I just want to show respect to the clothes and to the brand, and it's super important because they appreciate that.
And I learned this as a stylist before I got into blogging, because the clothes was a reflection, obviously the styling, but also the clothes were also the reflection of me and my business. And I kind of apply that to what I do today, which is very similar, but also something that a lot of people forget. So be on time, be respectful, say thank you, send flowers. People will truly remember you for that. Rejection is part of this business, it's part of life.
We got caught at, I think it was like either at Nina Ritchie or, yeah, remember? And then we got pushed. No, we got pushed to like third row.
And when people reject me now, it's kind of like, okay, it's fine. You know, maybe next time, not a big deal. Of course, in the beginning, rejection hurts a little deeper because you're still a baby and you're still building your foundation. But now, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Sometimes I feel like the fashion business, they just want to see how strong you are and if you'll last or not. Because fashion is definitely not the faint of heart. I feel like they want to test you out to see if, you know, you deserve to be invited to these shows, not because of who you are, but if you could just handle the rejections. I mean, I'm sure that's not the MO, the motivation, but I feel like, I mean, I think for New York Fashion Week, I've been doing it for about 5 years, but for Paris Fashion Week, I think it's my 3rd year, and I just kept showing up. I mean, every season it got better. My advice is just keep showing up until people cannot ignore you. Alright, so I am done, guys. I'm back at home. I'm gonna just like shut out for a few days. I think Elle and I, we have like a San Diego weekend staycation with Chloe. We're gonna take her to the zoo, San Diego Zoo, for the first time. And, oh.
Champagne.
Is that champagne or wine?
Champagne.
Oh, okay. I guess the party's starting early. Are you so happy I'm home?
Very excited. I'm so happy you're home.
Okay, cheers.
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 So happy you're home.